Just about to get started and towing the slab, Noah Davis.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. And that's through there for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 7-10.
Swung on, belted. Ranging back. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Oh, 0-2 now. And a breaking ball misses outside. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Gets him swinging with that screwball, and it was a good one. You know, the screwball is often compared to a changeup because of the velocity and the arm side movement, but the big difference is what you saw right there. A lot more depth or drop than most changeups, and it caused him to swing right over the top.
Ryan Reynolds in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And that's in for a strike. One out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
That's a ball.
That one misses. 3 balls and a strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that's ball 4.
That pitch is low.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. That one missed.
1-0.
And the 1-0. Runner on the move. Cut on and miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Reynolds over at second, 1 down. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one hit to right. Hernandez settles underneath it. Nabs it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 4th, catcher
Here's the
Joey
Pirates
Clark.
lineup now. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Joey Bart at the plate now. That's ball 1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Check swing, and he went. And 1-1.
1 strike.
That's inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Man at second. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Hot shot to third. And that'll do it. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starter, Kyle Nicholas.
They're going to start this one with the opener because of the matchups. Very favorable. I think we're going to see him empty the tank with really good fastball velocity to try to retire these first 3 hitters.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This one in the air. Nicholas. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. Back up the, oh, that got him.
Now pitching for
Andrew
Pittsburgh.
Heaney, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Heaney.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Here's Betts. In the air, left field. Gorski under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now there's one away.
Batting third, right fielder.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now.
Hernandez.
Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Teoscar Hernandez, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Off the mark there, ball 2. Foul ball there. That gets by him. Muncy headed for third. Gets off a throw. And it throws offline. Safe at third.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. There's Freddie Freeman now. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. In there for strike 1. Muncy on third. Hernandez at first. 1 gone. In there at the knees.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Outside low, and the count is 2-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And that one finds its way through. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
First and second, 1 out. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That one is absolutely belted. And a base hit coming home. And that's going to roll to the wall. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. Not in time. He's safe.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Here he is in a spot where he makes most of his money against left-handed pitching. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
And here is Michael Conforto. That misses the zone. 1-0.
1-0.
Just missed. Two outs with a runner at third. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that drops foul. This one in the air, right field. McCutchen snags it, and that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Pirates nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, new inning getting started at the plate for Pittsburgh. Ke'Bryan Hayes. Davis back to work. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Cut on and lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter,
now it's Alexander Canario. And that one hammered. That's going back. Back some more. And gone. He sends it out of here. His second of the year, and they close the gap. It's 3-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Up next for the Pirates, Matt Gorski. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. And it's fouled away. Going to count 1-2. And that's just foul. And a 1-2.
Inside ball.
Down the line. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one catches the corner for a strike. Next pitch misses way outside. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one is downstairs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Barnes to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. But the Bucks get one back in a solo home run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy's at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Up the middle, and a base hit right there. And the leadoff man aboard.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first, and here's the catcher, Austin Barnes. Tap foul at the plate. Runner at first with no outs here.
One ball, one strike.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And a swing and a miss, and one out now.
Now batting.
Here's Max Muncy. Reached on an infield single his first time. In for a strike. 0-1. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Carmen Mlodzinski preparing to come on if needed. And that's in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good eye in that spot.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hayes hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
The shortstop takes the ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Hard hit to third. They take the force out, and that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Pirates 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Kiner-Falefa measures 5 feet 10 inches, 195 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Hawaii. On the ground, right side, Edman. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for.
Fielder,
Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 1. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back there, out of here. That'll.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Brian Reynolds here. He reached on a walk his first time. In the air out towards right center. Pajes under it. Makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. He's 0 for 1. In the dirt, and that is ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Cannonball coming. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
And that misses. Ball 1. In the air to left center, Gorski. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
That's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And here comes
second
Tommy
baseman,
Edman. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Swung on, popped up left side. Hayes gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. Out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate.
Now
Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Freeman off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Not
One
close
ball,
with that
2
one.
strikes.
1-2 to count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a pitch. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they still lead at 3-2. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Joey Bart. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Third
Smash
baseman,
that one through the
T.
infield
Brian
with a
Hayes.
knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now batting T. Brian Hayes. Flied to right his first time. Just
That pitch
missed.
is out.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Grounder off the pitcher. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Next is the designated hitter, Alexander Canario. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Just missed. One out and a runner at second. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now,
Up
Matt Gorski, 0 for 1 so far.
Matt Gorski.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Pirates leave 1, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Ready to go, bottom 4. The batter will be Michael Conforto. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And misses inside.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Now batting,
Miguel Rojas
third
at the plate.
baseman,
1 for 1 with a single so
Rojas.
far.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
And that one fouled off. Just off the outside edge. Now 1-2. And that misses off the outside edge.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
To third, Hayes. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin Barnes.
And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Andrew Heaney is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Carmen
Pittsburgh.
Mlodzinski comes on
Number
now.
50.
Just trying to keep this one close
Carmen
here, and this is
Mlodzinski.
where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the catcher, Austin Barnes. Struck out swinging his first time. And that drops in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. Dodgers go down quietly, but they're up 3-2. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Jared Triolo. Davis back to work. Clips the corner. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ripped on a line. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Grounded out his first time. Line drive. Falls it in for the out.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
And now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Pitch was away and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. First offering and it just misses. Lined into right. He's got it.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's McCutchen. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates up and throwing. Bonda also throwing. Just missed.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Nice grab. Pirates strand a couple. They're down 3-2. Back here in LA, here comes Max Muncy.
Designated hitter.
One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Down and away for ball 1. And that one almost got him.
Hey, 2-2 to count. Three and two.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Betts in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add on. It's 4-2.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
One down, and now Teoscar Hernandez. He is singled, and he is flied to left. And that one is lifted in the air. Gorski sizing this one up. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie
2 down,
Freeman.
base is empty. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Freddie Freeman. And the sweeper is off the plate. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Way inside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Ground ball left side. In plenty of time to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-2.
Now pitching.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
This is Joey Bart, 1 for 2.
Catcher, Joey Bart.
Here comes a pitch. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Ohtani in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Japan. And a foul ball. On the ground to the left. And that's a foul ball. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends him packing. Blew him away with a fastball after starting the at-bat with a bunch of breaking balls, Siggy.
Yeah, that was a nice setup, Boog. Didn't offer him anything straight to look at on the first 3 pitches, so when they ran that fastball up there, clearly his timing wasn't there, and I doubt that's what he was looking to protect against with 2 strikes.
Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Just missed. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And the sweeper misses for a ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now here is Alexander Canario. Spits the plate, and that is strike 1. And the sweeper catches the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Pirates 2. And we're back, bottom of the 6th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there.
Now
it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Paz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike 2. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And 1-2.
2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Cruz running hard to get it. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Michael Conforto will climb in. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Cruz going back on this one. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Miguel Rojas.
So digging in, Miguel Rojas.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
In for a strike. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That's a ball.
Pajes at third with 2 away. Flares it into the outfield. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Oh, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Austin Barnes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's outside.
And that one off the outside edge. In the air, right field. McCutchen after it. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's 5-2. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching.
Welcome back.
Dodgers.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
38.
Kirby Yates. He
Kirby.
pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Matt Gorski now at the plate.
Left fielder,
The Pirates
Matt
in
Gorski.
striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Conforto on his way over. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, second
Here's the
baseman,
second baseman, Jared Triolo. First pitch, not close. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Evan Phillips appears to be getting loose. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, shortstop
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And another ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Ball 3.
The Dodgers leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
The 3-1. So a walk puts runners at first and second, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Kirby Yates will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Alex Garcia will take over here. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Garcia.
Two on, one out. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And that's down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Triolo over at second. Connor Falefa over at first with one away. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
The tying run at the plate. That one misses, and the count now even up. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Stepping in, Brian Reynolds.
All ones the count.
Two on, two outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Tying run at the plate. That one way inside.
2 strikes. Nope, that's a ball.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a swing and a miss. Third out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
We're
Pittsburgh.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Skeens.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the DH, Max Muncy. 1 for 3.
Muncy.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab, one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here's Mookie Betts now. That misses. And that's ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's ball
outside low. 2-0.
2-0.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And ball one.
1-0.
That one at triple digits. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And a count 1-2. Just misses with that one. One out, the runner at second. Here the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a tapper. And Hernandez is out.
Now batting, first baseman,
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. That one fouled off. Runner at third, 2 away. That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes. This one in the air. Reynolds sizes this one up, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Pirates 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back,
Dodgers.
and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Evan Phillips. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. The pitch to McCutchen. And now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And that's the first out.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Bart stands in now and watches strike 1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And there's 2 down.
Now batting third baseman, Brian Hayes.
2 outs, base is empty. Up next for the Pirates, Brian Hayes. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2 outs. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. Here's a run scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got to lock down close.
So they turn to their closer, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high and it just breaks a turn.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next is the Pirates DH, Alexander Canario. That's through there for a strike. Hayes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So 1 left for Pittsburgh, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. Schemes back to work. That one's in there. 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. In the air, out towards left center. Corrals it. And there are 2 down.
Now batting left fielder.
Next to hit, Michael Conforto. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That misses the zone. Ball 1. On the ground to third. And that is that. Dodgers down in order, and it remains 5-2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now the left fielder, Matt Gorski. Scott measures 6 feet even, 235 pounds, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2014. Fastball for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's good. And you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Next to hit, Jared Triolo. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Conforto makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting.
So they're down to their final out. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa digs in now. That clips the corner. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. And a foul ball. The Pirates down to their final strike.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering misses, and the count 1-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Congrats to him on that first MLB win. I know he's been antsy waiting for it to come. It took a while, but now he can focus on win number 2 and beyond.
And your final score, 5-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.